Oh, okay. My first teaching gig. It's a good question. Actually, that's kind of a two-part answer, but I'll start with the very first teaching gig I had, though money was not exchanged. But it started, I was in high school. I might have been 11th grade, 10th or 11th grade. And at that point, I had a band together, an original rock band together. We were playing some high school events here and there. So, the student body and the teachers knew I was a guitar player. Um, and certainly, I had the hair and everything like that as well. And this was the 80s, maybe in 85. I don't know the exact year, but it was definitely the 80s. And I had a gym teacher, and he was a young guy. He was in his 20s, like early 20s. And he wasn't the typical gym teacher at the time. There was, in those days, you had the old dudes that had long past any fitness requirement, and they were there to blow a whistle and tell you to do 15 push-ups in a lap or two. He was not that guy. He was in unbelievable shape. He was an advocate of, staying in shape. He promoted weight training and all this stuff that no other teacher in the school system that I knew of at the time ever did. And he actually had his own weight set that he brought in. So he was really cool with, getting the young kids involved with true fitness. And but keep in mind at the time, I was, 6'2", as tall as I am now, but 130 pounds soaking wet. Long-haired rocker guy, and I smoked about 2 packs of cigarettes a day. So I was not the ideal student in his class, but he was a great guy. We got along. So one day he comes to me, and I had heard rumors that he was dating the history teacher, and I had her as well in my curriculum. She was my history teacher. She was a real sweet woman. So he comes to me one day and he says, "Hey, I need to learn to play a song on the guitar. I need to learn to play the guitar to some degree because I want to play this song." And he was open about the fact that he was dating her. He's like, "I want to learn this song. What do you charge for guitar lessons?" I had never taught anyone, so I was like, "I don't know what to charge. What do you charge?" So I thought on this for a minute, and I said, "Hey, I want a passing grade, but I'm not getting changed into those outfits anymore, and I'm not doing any squat thrusts at 8:30 in the morning in the freezing cold. If you can make that happen, then we have a deal. We can make it happen." So he thought on this for a minute. He was giving this some serious thought. And he goes, "Man, you're asking a lot, because it's kind of like a requirement that you change into these uniforms." I was like, why? Because the deal I want to make with you is that I give you all the guitar lessons you need, and I show up to class, but I'm not going to participate in all that tomfoolery." So he goes, "Well, you have to participate in one game a semester." I'm like, "What are the games? Like, what are your options?" And he rattled off a few, and then he rattled off volleyball. And I was like, volleyball sounds fun. It was the closest thing to dodgeball. I was like, "Yeah, okay, let's do that." And he goes, "Yeah, but you'll have to change into your uniform." I said, "No." I said, "That's the one thing." And I mean, dress code to this day is still a thing with me. So I was just like, "Nope." And we did come to an agreement. So I gave him guitar lessons, and I actually burned the gym uniform. I didn't even need to wear it anymore. I showed up to every class, and when we had to go out in the morning to do the laps and all of the push-ups and all that stuff, I would sit in the bleachers, smoke my Marlboros, and read Guitar World magazines. So the kids in that class hated me, but it was all good in the end, because not only did he learn to play the guitar and learn to play that song, he ended up marrying her. So it was a happy ending in more ways than one, I'm sure.